Let me take us back to the strike, all right? So, and let me just say this, is that we're identified a lot by the strike, but and we're called strikers. But to me, what these veterans were developers, pioneers of ethnic studies. And it's the ethnic study idea that went nationwide. That's one. Two, the ethnic study concept has lived so long and it continues to grow. And ethnic studies concept had some powerful enemies. Joe Alioto, who was the mayor, Ronald Reagan, who was the governor,
Right. Yeah.
who later became president. We won't talk about the CIA and all that other stuff, but some of us have found out by getting the information thing what they were really doing, okay? And then Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon. So we had some power, and then Hayakawa. We had some powerful enemies, but yet still we prevailed, okay? That's the most important thing. And let me basically tell you that basically what Jimmy did, Jimmy kind of rounded us up, inspired us, and got us focused on doing something. To me, his contribution, he was an organizer, but his contribution was taking it to a programmatic level. Meaning that let's get some programs and create something that will stay on this campus when we leave. So when new students are coming in, they will be able to partake of this, and thusly things grow. Okay? So we started that. Nathan, Jimmy must have negotiated for a year and a half, 2 years. And the outcome of that negotiation came out to 2.5 teaching positions. That's what that came out to, which was crumbs. But the trustees of the state told us, take it or lump it. That's where it really went down. And the Central Committee and the black students, and I focus and say this because the rest of TWLF was still evolving. And the thought and consciousness was not there as early as it was with us, but it came, okay? So we started organizing, and then somebody came up with strike, okay? But up underneath that, the Central Committee brothers knew that, hey, this is a Super Bowl fight. If we lose this, ain't nothing happening, all right? So we kind of sit around, which I think students do, and how are we going to go at this? And one thing that we changed the approach of the entire country. Usually students would go and take over administration building, right? Sit there, wait a day or two, wait to get their heads beat in, and it was over with. So everybody agreed that that wasn't what was happening. Okay? And I knew they wanted me for the Gator situation. So I wasn't going to just sit there and wait for the tax squad to bust my head in. So we came up with a concept of protracted struggle. Protracted struggle was drawn out. And I want to take a moment, because I do see some of them, which is a group that was effective, but they never got recognition. And that is the war of the flea cadres. You know, they did a lot. And a few of them was caught, and they did penitentiary time. But the war of the flea cadres did what they needed to do to disrupt things. And you know who you are, because everybody wasn't caught. But I just want to stop and give you that respect for what you did. The rest of us went on the picket lines. Everybody saw that, right? Harassing students coming in. But the outcome of that process was the longest student faculty strike in American history. We didn't know it was going to be that long, but it was the concept of having a protracted struggle. In that process, some 600 arrests that went on. And what we learned early on, if you can't get your troops out of jail, you're losing them. So we had huge bail funds in the mass bus, which was 457. That was my number. I was caught up in that. We had to raise a lot of bail money to get people out, and that kind of broke us in terms of our financing to do that, but we all pulled that together.
From the kind of understanding that we have learned in the community, with the pigs come in with their carbines to put down a riot because the people were hungry.
I said yesterday that the demands of the black students and the Third World Liberation Front are not discussable, negotiable, debatable, or compromisable. Are we together? Yeah! Forward to the people! Is they're determined to at least carry out some type of educational process. They are trying to teach us political power grows out of the barrel of a gun.